What's up, idols? It's Cece Lesson 3. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. We make a lot of content about Korea, vlogs, travel videos, beauty stuff. Skincare is like my favorite thing. I do the occasional hair video, K-pop content. I literally have K-pop playing in all the background of all of my videos. Go check if you don't believe me. I like to do vlogs and story times mostly, so if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, please consider subscribing because I've been in a 4-year-long battle with the algorithm now here on YouTube. I know you guys support me a lot and I'm so grateful. Like over the summer when YouTube demonetized me for the first time because I randomly had to confirm my identity. And on top of that, that was when Teamy Blends, a skincare wellness brand that I was supposed to be working with, decided to just stop paying me and end our contract. Well, I ended our contract because they violated our contract. That was in another video. Going through something similar. Started uploading in 2018 when I was still living in Korea and I had my Korean bank account and everything. When I turned in my ARC, my residence card, I basically lost all rights to get a new bank card that I could use overseas, and my bank card just expired. So this is my first month having to make a new AdSense account with my American info, which it takes like 2 to 4 weeks for verification because they have to send you a PIN, and then once they send you that PIN, you can start to earn again. And on top of that, the last payment, like on the last cycle before, takes up to 90 days to get. So life is interesting right now, to say the least. So yeah, please subscribe. Please watch the video to the end. Please leave a comment and please like Kuchuseo. That sends the signal to YouTube that, oh, people like this video, we should show it to more people. So please do, please. Subscribing's free and it means so much. Like I really want to grow. You guys can support me. That's the best way to do it. You guys see the title, you guys see the thumbnail. Let's jump right into this story time. So I'll take y'all back to like July. Yeah, it was around July because I think that's when Volume 2 of Stranger Things had come out. So I'm just gonna take you through the whole day. Honestly, this video might be a bit long because a lot happened at one club and even more happened at the second club. This was over the summer and it was like a Friday and I had just left the Hagwon. I had a little temporary gig. I was working as a substitute teacher at a Hagwon for like a month and a half, something like that. But I was like fully prepared that I was gonna redo some of my braids and finish Stranger Things. Like I was gonna watch Volume 2 of Season 4. And I'm in the shower and I hear Bria come in because I was staying at her place. And then I heard a guy's voice and I was like, who that? She even said, Isis, don't come out naked. There's a guy here. And I was like, oh, shit. I mean, I never come out of the bathroom naked anyway, but I do appreciate the heads up. He was one of her and Kate's friends coming down from the mainland to visit and hang out. They were going out to dinner. She asked me to go too, but I was like, girl, Stranger Things. Sorry, I'm occupied. So I didn't go. But I told her, to whatever y'all do tomorrow, I'm down. I'll go with y'all tomorrow. So it's Saturday now. I finished my braids, finished Stranger Things. Eddie. So then we decided to go back to good old Brooklyn. Kate, me, this guy named Tony.
Hey, wake up! Tony. Tony.
And Bria all went to. Well, first we had to go to Kate's job because she was working at a restaurant and we were just kind of sitting there eating, drinking, pre-gaming before. So we were kind of sitting there and it was getting busy right when she's supposed to be getting off. So we're like, fuck, like we want to go. Like Brooklyn closes at 2 a.m. usually, unless it's popping, then they stay open for longer. Luckily, her boss said, all right, you guys can go because your friends are here waiting for you. You can just go. So we were like, oh, thank you. That's so nice. So he let her go. We get to Brooklyn. It's pretty lit, you know. I had a Wi-Fi egg that I was using for my phone. As much time as I spent in Korea, I've never had like a Korean SIM card or a Korean phone number. I usually just get like a Wi-Fi egg. So for some reason this night I was like, why don't I have any bars? Because they didn't have any Wi-Fi. Brooklyn is in the middle of nowhere. Sitting there like, why? I got no bars. I got no bars. And I didn't even realize that Bria and Kate and Tony had left me. So then I just feel like a presence on my left and he's like, hello, and I was like, oh shit. But like you don't want to be rude, so you try to entertain a conversation but also conveying that you're not interested, so you're just like, you keep it short. That's what I was doing. I was keeping it short. So I was like, hi. And he's like, oh, where are you from? And I was like, oh, we're doing this. You know, he's making conversation. I'm trying not to be awkward, but also show that I'm not interested. So he's asking, you know, the typical, where did you come from? Do you live here? How long are you here? Why have you come to Korea? How old are you? What's your name? Things like that. So I was just like, oh, where's your friends? Because he came up to me by himself. So I'm like, oh, like, you know, you should go back to your friends. He's like, oh, they're over there. So I look and they're just over there waving like, hello. I was like, oh, fuck. Like they're watching us. And it was funny because again, I didn't realize that Kate, Bria, and Tony had left me because I was like at the bar looking at my Wi-Fi egg. This dude comes up to me on my left. They're supposed to be on my right. So without trying to make it obvious, I was just like, oh, like, you know, trying to be polite to this dude, but I was like trying to kick the stool into Bria, hoping she would, you know, feel that and see what's going on. But I was kicking the chair further and further. The stool's like out of reach now, and I finally look over. I was like, and they're not here.
Those bitches left me.
I was just like, fuck, how do I get out of this? So I just straight up said, look, you know, I don't want to be too forward or anything. I have a boyfriend. Like, I don't know where you're going with this. Because, you know, sometimes people really do just want to make conversation, and you look like kind of an a-hole if you're just like, sorry, I'm taken. And it's like, I wasn't even trying to ask you all that. I didn't want to be, you know, that girl, but I became that girl. I was like, yeah, you know, I'm sorry, I have a boyfriend. He's like, oh, it doesn't matter to me. I don't see him here. Sir, I don't know still how to interpret that. I don't know if he meant like, I don't care, that's not what I'm after. I was just trying to be polite. Or if he's like, well, I don't see him. So what's the harm? I don't know what he was trying to do. But eventually, Tony came back over. And he was like, hey, everything okay? And I was like, yeah. And, you know, then the guy was just like, oh, okay, all right. Well, have a good night. And it kind of sucks that as a female, it takes like the presence of another male to get the guys to leave you alone. You can say, I have a boyfriend, I'm not interested. You can say, I'm not into guys, I'm not interested. You can just say, yo, you're not my type, I'm not interested. And they still won't leave you alone. It takes another dude putting his arm around you or showing up, and then they're like, oh, okay, I got it. When I finally saw where Bria and Kate were, they were like, I think it was like darts, or you know that like punch machine where you like punch it and you see what your score is gonna be. It was one of those, but it was in the front by the Brooklyn sign. And I was like, you bitches left me. And I was like, what happened? What happened? And Kate was like, I told you, Bria, I knew we should have went back over there to make sure she was okay. Safety in numbers. Like, you know, when another girlfriend is there trying to, you know, help scare them away or be like, oh, she's not interested, sorry. That's like usually our roll off each other. Kind of give the SOS eyes, like, or the get out stare, as I like to call it. So yeah, that was the situation we were in. Again, Brooklyn usually closes at like 2, so we were like, all right, on to the next. So then they said, yo, let's go to this club. I think it was called Underground. And that was the first time I've ever been. And it's crazy because I used to live in Jeju, like Jeju City Hall. I was literally up the hill from Jeju City Hall. So I'm not used to clubs being anywhere near there. I'm used to plenty of norebangs, bars, shopping, restaurants. But I was like, there's clubs here now? So a lot has changed in the last 5 years. It was actually pretty empty when we first got there. We were like, oh, wow, this is dead. And then we started to notice only foreigners were coming in. So we're like, oh wow, foreigners. I was like, is this like a foreigner spot? Like, it was only foreigners pouring into the club. And the bartender was really nice and really cool. It was like, hey guys, like, welcome to the club. And they had like the same 2 music videos playing on the screens that did not correlate with the songs or the music playing at all. So I hate when they do that. Does it take that much effort to make the video? Literally at Brooklyn, you will see Let It Go playing on the screen. And then the song that'll be playing will be like Jay Park's Mame. Kids, don't listen to that song. So yeah, we get there, and I'm the type of friend, I don't like to talk to guys myself. Like, if it's for me, no, I can't do it. I do it online. Like, in all my relationships, I've made the first move, but never in person. I'm not built that way. But if it's for my friend, I don't mind, you know, trying to like nudge them together and like progress the storyline a little bit. I noticed Bria was looking at this dude, and I was like, oh, I think she like him. So then she was just like, he's cute, he's my type. He had like this long hair, tattoos, he was tan, pretty well built, and I know that's her type. So I was just like, we gotta make this happen. And then I noticed Kate was looking at another dude that she liked too. And they, you know, we get shy when we see people we like. We're just like, oh, I don't know what to do. Meanwhile, Tony's spitting his game like to all these foreign girls coming in and stuff. First was the guy that Kate liked because he was closer. And she's a lot more outgoing, so I don't think she'd be as shy. But like, I like to do this thing where I like dance my friends closer. Trying to be casual about it, but I'll just be like dee, 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 and like nudging them over, or I'll be like aggressively dancing them closer to their guy. So we kind of missed our shot though because he left. Like, I was like, we weren't fast enough.
You waited too long.
He ended up leaving, so then I turned my attention to the second dude, the one that Bria liked. So we're sitting over by like the row of monitors, and we're sitting at a table. And there was this guy, like, he looked like he did not belong in the club. Like, he was tall, lanky, had a flannel, glasses, and like cargo shorts. He was really skinny, and he was staring at Bria like really hard. And I was just like, girl, do you know him? Because he was just like, no matter where he looked in the club, he looked back at her. So, you know, we're having our drinks, and I'm trying to dance her closer to this guy she likes. The nerdy dude that was staring hard at Bria comes over to her. I don't know what he said to her, but, you know, she was like, oh, you know, like, I'm not interested, I'm sorry, no thank you, you know. And he just said, okay, okay. He, like, tried to toast her, and then he walked off. So we thought, you know, that was pretty much it. So then we try to get Tony to go and talk to this guy for Bria. We're like, yo, like, find out what his type is and, like, if he can speak English. Oh, yeah, another thing that was really funny. You know, I don't know what that dance is called, but it's like, let me do it real quick. This one. What is this dance called? I have no idea. But yeah, so we were trying to teach Tony how to do that. It was so funny. It was an epic fail. He was like, how do you guys get so loose? Like, I feel a little stiff. Anyway, we're trying to get her closer to this guy. And Tony's talking to this guy. I don't know what they're talking about. The music's loud. And then that guy that she rejected and like turned away comes back. And he says something to the guy that Bria does like. I don't know what he said, but like he's pointing to Bria and we're like, yo, is he trying to claim you to this dude that you actually do like? And Tony's like trying to like split them up a little bit, like, hey guys, like chill. Cause keep in mind, this dude that Bria likes has no idea what's going on. He's just like, this dude just came up to me asking me my type, and now this dude's coming over here being aggressive, trying to claim a girl. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who any of y'all are. So yeah, he was trying to claim Bria, and she's like, what the fuck is going on? He just kept pointing at her and was like, the vibe was kind of killed after that. So then we're like, Tony, what happened? He was like, yo, he was legit trying to claim Bria. He's like, don't talk to her. And he was like, I'm trying to make y'all understand this. Our friend Tony was talking to this guy that Bria liked, and the guy that Bria rejected came up to the guy that Bria likes, told him not to talk to Bria. Like, he was trying to claim her and say, that's mine, or I'm interested, we're talking, I don't know how he was trying to do it, but he was literally like, don't. After that, we're like, dude, like, who are you even, like, you can't be rejected by a girl and then still try and claim her. That dude, the one that she liked, ended up leaving, and the night kind of died down after that. We went upstairs, we went out to the car, and we just sat there like, what the fuck just happened? And then she don't even know him. It'd be different if he was like a friend and like they recently broke up and there's some sort of history. First night seeing him, and he was like just staring at her so hard, like Jeffrey Dahmer eyes. Sorry, I just watched that Netflix show, still fresh in my mind. But yeah, that was just a little quick story time. A wild night in Korea, as per usual. If you're a channel member, hit me up on Discord. Everyone else, you guys can follow me on Instagram, get to the DMs. I do reply there eventually. It's getting harder because it's a lot, but I do get there. So yeah, thanks for watching if you did. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Annyeong!